So, hi everybody. My name is Jaci Jerpy. I am Barb's daughter. I'm going to be going live today for you. It's my first time, so bear with me and hopefully you can see everything. I am in the salon and it will be a little bit noisy because we have a few clients, but I'm just going to be doing a little bit of art for the show we have in Whistler next weekend. I'm just playing around with some glitters and pigments, something simple, trying to kind of go with the flow and see what I want to be creating here. So for this one, I'm just going to be doing kind of like a turquoise and gold. Kind of doing a little bit more of like a, almost kind of a marbly design. Something not so basic, and I apologize for my nails. I am a horseback rider, so they don't stay very neat all the time. That right now I'm just clear coating it because I want to get a sticky base for some glitters. And I'm going to be dabbing it. Actually, I just got a new case from my mom full of nail brushes, and I did decide to bling it out, so I'll show you. It says my name on it with some glitter, and I tried to do a little glitter star so nobody else takes it. But I am going to be using this little fan brush here to dab on the glitter because I think it's a little bit easier for fading it. So tell me, anybody too, if you cannot see it. We are really excited to be in the show in Whistler next weekend. We'll have to stop by our booth, check things out. And it's awesome because it's really close to home. So I don't have to fly. Flying is not my forte. All right, so I just put a little layer of glitter. Hi, Mom. And I'm going to cure it in light for a few seconds. And then I'm going to move on to a little bit bigger pigments and then some turquoise glitters as well. I'll just grab another one too. All right. All right, so that was in there for about 30 seconds. I'm going to take it out of the light now, and it's a bit tacky still, but that's all right. So now I'm going to add a little bit more of a clear gel. So I'm using Sculpt 2. It's a little bit thicker, which I don't mind right now. I could use poly, but I want more of a base so the glitter really hugs onto the nail. All right, and I'm going back with my fan brush. I'm just going to wipe off the extra glitter. And then I'm going to take a bit of a chunkier one to see how it looks. It's the gold dots here. And I'm actually just going to fade it around the outside of the nail. I did gold and turquoise on a client not long ago, and it turned out really nice. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing up here. I'm just using the corner of the fan brush so it doesn't get anywhere that I don't want it to go. And then I also have these little gold stripe things here. I'm not too sure exactly what they're called, but I'm going to see what I can do with them because why not? Maybe the little gold nail. All right, so I'm not sure if I'm really liking how it's still see-through, how you can still kind of see a little bit of the clear. So I'm going to cure it and then do a little bit more fine glitter so it fills in those empty spots. And I actually was just working on this one. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if I like the way that it turned out. I tried to do a little bit of a white lace detail on there, but since the nude background is so light, it kind of blends right in, unfortunately. But I'm also going to be doing another nail. This one's on a little bit of a different stick here, and it's a little bit shorter. I'm going to be doing a glitter fade, so it's going to be kind of like a summary to bring on spring here. So I already prepped it with linkage, and then I just buffed it again to get a smooth surface. But yeah, I'm going to be doing about a pink and an orange glitter fade here, so it's nice and bright. I know, the lace is hard to see. I'll try and get a little bit better of a close-up here. It's really hard to see the lace. Plus my phone camera isn't quite working that well. Yeah, it's probably not going to be able to see. But it's more of a vintage look, in which I love, because I love the whole vintage era. All right, so back to this one. Yeah, let me see here. Now I'm going to add a little bit more clear just over the gold, and a little bit more of the fine glitter so we can fill in those spots. And then again, back to the fan brush. And just patting it kind of where I feel like I want to see more of the gold fill in the clear. Yeah, the lace design you can see more in person. That's how it always looks with the white lace. All right, so now I'm going to be doing a little bit more clear on the turquoise. And what I always do too with my Sculpt 2, since they come in a little bit of a different jar, instead of double dipping, I always put a little bit out onto a mixing pad so that I'm not putting in a bunch of glitter back into the bowl. So when you do want to just do a top coat, it's not full of glitter, because I always find that really annoying when you try and wipe it off. All right, so again, wiping off my fan brush. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of a more blue glitter here. I'll show you. So kind of a turquoise one. And then I'm going to see what it looks like on the outside here. And if I don't like it, I can always wipe it off. I'm just kind of playing, seeing what I come up with. I think that's what we all do, is kind of just get some colors in our head and go along with it. And this is just a tip that I'm doing this on. I didn't sculpt this. I cheated. All right, so I like how it's turning out. I love the bling, so I always tend to do a lot of glitter within my looks. All right, so I'm going to cure that one more time. So back in the light for about 30 seconds as well. It doesn't need to be completely cured because I still want it a bit tacky, because I'm just going to get it tackier again to glue or to stick more glitter on it. Oops, so I'm not touching anything. I also have a bit of these gold flakes that I think I'm going to try and see what I like on there. See what it looks like. And then I'll bring this one back out here as well because we're going to be doing these, whoopsies, this pink glitter fade. So these are the colors that I'm using, hot pink glitter and then an orange one from Tough Enough Nails. You can find them on our website, and then along with the neon orange. I did this on a coworker not that long ago because she was going to Hawaii. And I thought it was perfect because it reminded me of one of the flowers. Something bright. All right, so I'm going to just clear all over this again. There's a little bit of glitter in there, but that's all right. It'll get covered. And I'm just going to go in with dry pigment because I don't want too much, and I only needed a little bit, so I don't need to mix a whole ton. So I'm just getting a little bit of gel on my brush, and then I'm going to dip it into the powder ever so slightly, so I only pick up a little bit. And then I'm just going to slowly kind of fade it on. And you can just go back into your jar and pat more on as well. So for me, I've been doing nails for about 5 years now. I kind of realized I always wanted to do them and be in the salon industry, growing up around it from my mom being in the business for 30 years. And then I recently just took hairdressing about 2 years ago, so I've also been doing that, and I love it. It's fun being artistic and going to work every day not knowing what you're doing on a client or the same old stuff. All right. Okay, so the reason why I go on with a bit of a pigment first is that it doesn't show either the natural nail or the clear underneath. And I'm going to come back with this guy. Hopefully I didn't lose you. Doing 2 nails at once here. And in between, I'm just wiping off acetone off my brush. Or wiping my brush off with acetone and alcohol, so cleaner. And so for this one, now I'm going to go back in with those gold flakes and kind of see what they look like. I also have this Mylar. Just kind of going to play here and see what I like. But now I'm going to bring in the Poly Polish gel, just so it's a little bit more of a thinner application and I don't get too thick of a nail, because that always doesn't look the most pleasant. And I'm going to just coat this all over the nail again. All right, so once I think it's going to be coated enough, I'm going to go in with these gold chunks and just see what they look like. If not, again, I can always take them off. It's not a big deal. I haven't used them before, and I've always seen them in here and thought they were so cool. And super paper thin, which is nice, actually. And if anybody has any nail-related questions, feel free to ask away. I hope to be demoing when we're in Whistler as well. And I'm actually going to grab my tweezers here and then just tear off a little bit more of a slip of this gold flake here. So it's a little bit tinier because I kind of want to go, oopsies, with the curvature of the nail. So a big chunk like that I think would make it look bulky. So what I've been doing is just ripping it off, holding it with my finger and then kind of ripping it off. All right. And then back to the nail. and placing it where I feel like I want it to go. And just holding that down. And it's really easy to tear, honestly. Super pretty. So again, I think that's going to be okay there. And then I'm going to go in with this Mylar. I'm not too sure if this one I like, if it's too light, or I'm actually just going to grab another one that's a little bit darker. But just a little bit more blue than teal. So I'll have to see which one I like. See which one I like. And these Mylars are super chunky as well, so you have to make sure that you want to get a thinner strip. Yeah, see, I'm not too sure if I'm going to like these on here. Might be okay for some spots. It's hard to kind of see. I'm trying to show you guys. And I'll probably do a little bit of this blue. Thanks, Mom. She's the only one that's commented. Pretty, isn't it? It almost looks like a gold river. Yeah.
Where is she talking to?
The camera here on my phone. Cool. So there. I think that's all I'm going to do for Mylar. I don't want to overcrowd it and make it too chunky. But I'm going to cure it. Thanks, Tiff. And then I'm going to bring out this other one. But I don't want to be on here for too long with you guys. So I'm going to cure this one and then do the glitter, and then I'll show you the end. Because I don't think I'm going to do anything more to that stiletto. But I'll just show you a little technique that I've been in love with now with the glitter fades. Is grabbing your glitter. Oopsies. And then, I like to use these ones here. A color spatula. This one has a little bit of a curve to it, so it tends to hold glitter really nice. And I always like to lay down one of these, like a paper towel, or you can even lay down another container. It just catches the glitter when it's falling, so it doesn't go everywhere. But you just want to take up a little bit, and then you're just going to lightly tap it. And the higher away you go, the less glitter you're going to get. So that way it's going to fade it a little bit better. Okay, and then see if I don't like that one. It kind of just got a big splotch there. So I'm just going to take some acetone and alcohol, some cleanse on my brush. And then wipe that away, and then I'm going to go in with the pink. It's going to be really subtle. And lightly tapping the nail. And just tap it off as well. So just creating a really subtle fade. I think we always have lots of clients in here that love these glitter fades. It's nice and easy, and you can do it any color that you want. All right, so I'm going to cure that one, and then I'm going to bring this one back out. Since it is a chunky nail, I'm going to do a kind of a heavier top coat, and then I'm going to finish file that. Finish filing kind of takes away and smooths the bumps. It gives a really nice finish instead of all these little glitter edges poking out everywhere. Thanks again, Tiff. Very springy. That's what I wanted to do, is go for more of a spring color. But then I also wanted to incorporate the gold flakes in the stiletto because I've never used them before. I'm just cleaning up some of my glitter mess here too. Sorry if I'm taking a little bit to finish file this. I don't want to dump glitter everywhere. Done that before and it's not nice to pick up. Just like this one here, actually. So I'm just going to dump this a little bit. Make sure there's no stuff everywhere. Lay this back down. Alrighty, so for the finish file, you could go in with poly straight away, but since it's a little bit more of a thinner application, I'm going to use Sculpt 2, just so that it's thick and it covers everything without me filing it away while I am doing the last finish file here. Hopefully that makes sense. Tell me if I'm not making sense. And I lost a lid, but that's okay. Alright, so now I'm going in with Sculpt 2. So I can go right out of the jar with this one because my brush is now clean and it doesn't have glitter chunks in it. We don't want no black glitter chunks or some ridiculous glitter chunks getting in our nice nail. Just gonna clean up some of my mess. Alright. Alright, so now I'm just going to cover it all. It doesn't have to be pretty, this part, until you finish file it. But you do want to have some of your structure there. I'm just going to coat it all though. So you see if I bring it on a side angle, you can still see all of the chunks. I tend to get quiet when I concentrate. So sorry if I'm not talking. And this is one of my new brushes actually that my mom just got me in a set, and I'm really liking it. It's a little bit different getting used to. I don't like how that one has a bump there. I guess we'll have to file that out. All right, so I'm going to cure that. It's still kind of bumpy, but I'm going to finish file all of that nice and smooth. So you want it to be fairly cured. If it's still a little bit tacky, you can wipe away the tackiness and then finish file. But you don't want to get your brush all gummy. No one likes a gummy brush. At least not me. It's hard to work with. But then again, I'll show you this one while we're waiting. So nice glitter fade. You can do any other glitter too, something that's a little bit more opaque. Oh, client. Hi. How can I help you? Pardon me? Okay, let me just take a look here. So I'll be right back. I'm just live right now, but I gotta go and do a client. Yeah, for sure.